All right, so now we are going to go into writing an introduction paragraph. But before we do, I want to show you both of these structures that you can choose. So you can either choose to write a standard essay, which this is the assignment, it's right here. This is the rough draft. So same things it tells you and everything else: introduce the career, explain the career, and explain how the career becomes reality. This also gives you the links for those wonderful sources that you can use. But look right here, this will be your 5 paragraphs, right? So it's got your introduction, your first body, your second body, your third body, and then your conclusion. Okay. So for the introduction, it does say, okay, it does say right here. So you're going to begin with a hook, a sentence that grabs the reader. This could be a quotation, question, anecdote, or interesting fact related to the prompt. You next should transition to your thesis. Use transition words or phrases. So that this video is on how to complete that introductory paragraph. Okay, so this is the standard essay, or you guys can go in and look at the PowerPoint. Okay, the PowerPoint right here, so it gives you all this information. You'll delete some of these pages, obviously. It just kind of gives you the template. So this tells you how to change the design, and then your title. Okay, so this is your title page. This is the prompt that is on this, the pre-write and everything, so it's all the same. You'd put your introduction here. You can use 2 pages if you need to. You've got body, paragraphs, conclusion. We're excited. But this one you get to kind of add pictures to and make it more creative. So that is an option for you as well. Okay, so back to our introduction paragraph. Okay, so basically, like we keep saying, you need an attention getter, grabber, context, and your thesis. Okay, it's kind of act 1 of the paper. Okay, it needs to be dynamic and engaging. It has to draw in the audience and set the tone and the direction for the rest of the paper. So if your introduction is boring, people probably aren't going to want to read it, right? So here is a great way to kind of show that funnel structure, right? Strategies to engage the audience and drag them into the subject of the paper. So, okay. Context, background information needed for the audience to understand the issue. And your thesis, which is the concise statement that proclaims the author's viewpoint and writing purpose. We've been talking about this, so it's good. But it's good to write from the bottom to the top so you can get your good thesis in there. We talked about that on the pre-write. If you need to go back and watch that, you can. But good introduction paragraph starts with a strong thesis, and a strong thesis depends on understanding rhetorical situation and purpose. Rhetoric is the effective use of language to achieve a designed purpose. So our purpose is to explain and inform. Okay, so you're going to explain all of this information. Okay, you're going to explain and inform your readers on what it takes to get that job, keep that job, and be in that job, right? So that is your job. We're not describing anything. We're not narrating anything. We're not persuasive or influencing. We are not taking a stance or an issue. We're not saying that this career is better than other careers. This is strictly informing your audience on what it takes to become whatever career you are talking about, okay? So I picked psychology earlier. So psychology, like for me, it'd be like, I'm going to explain to you exactly what psychology is, what you have to do to get in that job, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So basically you're looking at the subject, the occasion, the audience, the purpose, and the speaker. We already know the audience, you know, who they are. Who is your audience? I am, and anyone who would be interested in that career. And your purpose is to let us know that, right? You are the speaker. You are the voice. You have the viewpoint, the values, and the tone. Okay, you are the author of this. Okay, so let's look at this. What is the subject, the topic the writer is to address? You are addressing your career. So for me, I put psychology, so that would be mine. That is the subject. So what occasion, what context is provided by the prompt? What is the situation that motivates the writer to address it? So here's your prompt. This is what you're going to do. Introduce your chosen career. Explain what your career entails. Explain how the career becomes a reality. Okay, that is your subject. Okay, that is your occasion. Your audience, besides me, you are writing for somebody who would 100% want to go into that career and who might need more information. Okay, so your purpose is then to explain and inform your reader. Okay, so recognize the main subject that is required to be analyzed. Evaluate the genre of writing analysis task for your purpose of writing. Analyze the direct and implied occasion and intended audience, and determine and define the key terms in the prompt that should be your response. So, subject, your career. Evaluate. Why are you doing this? You are informing and explaining. Analyze. Your audience is myself and anybody who might be interested in that career choice. And then, again, you always jump back to, oh, hold on. We always jump back to these right here. Introduce your career, explain what your career entails, and how the career becomes reality. We're going to keep jumping back to that because that is what I'm asking you for. Okay. So you can see if we look at this prompt, like how they end up doing it. So cell phones have changed the way we live our daily lives. Whether we are chatting with a friend, checking our email, posting on social media, or FaceTiming a friend, it's hard to imagine not having our cell phones handy. Write an essay explaining how cell phones are necessary and helpful in today's society. Make sure to include evidence and explanation to support your claim. So the topic, cell phones. The topic for you guys, your career. Evaluate genre and task. So you're going to explain it and inform all of the stuff necessary to become that in that career, right? Well, they did how cell phones are necessary and helpful. You're analyzing your occasion, your audience. Cell phones have changed the way we live in today's culture. Audiences, cell phone users on a daily basis. What is our audience? Somebody who's interested in the career you're explaining. And determine and define the essential terms. Explain, evidence, explanation, helpful. So you're going to explain, you're going to have evidence, just like we said. So cell phones, explain how they are valuable within society. That is the objective. Your objective for your paper is to explain how you become a psychologist or whatever you choose, and then and the value of that. So their preview reasons were never without a way to call others, can report accidents to 911 anytime, can shop online, can receive reminders, stay connected to friends, search web anytime. So these things are going to help you in putting all this together. Okay. So the opening of the paragraph should grab the reader's attention by combining a variety of different attention grabber strategies. So some strategies could be graphic, imagery, descriptive, figurative language. So cell phones have become to daily life as the hammer and nails are to carpentry. They are the central and most practical tool for any situation. So when you guys are writing your attention grabber, your hook, your whatever, give it something interesting about the career you're choosing. What could be fascinating? What could be interesting? What is something that not everybody knows? That's a good way to go with your first sentence. Okay. And then you're going to continue with that. So let me go down. So if we put it all together, your attention grabber should be 2 to 3 sentences. Try different ones, figure it out. Your context will be like a sentence and your thesis will be 1 sentence. Okay, because this is just a 5-paragraph essay, so it's not going to be long. I am going to go in and I want to show you somebody did a great job, and I have hers from a different class, and she said I could share it with everyone. So I'm going to, let me find it for you real quick first. So this is great because it is going to give you that wonderful like view, seeing somebody else's. Maybe normally I have this stuff open, sorry. Sometimes I'm like blind. Okay. I'm like, where is it? Interview. Sorry, I know this is taking me a second. I'll find it. Maybe. All right, maybe I won't. It was in here, but I will find it to you at some point, and I'll put it in Classroom, okay, because she did a great job and she let me use it for you guys. So I want you guys to be able to have that available to you so you can see a good example of what I'm looking for. And I wish I had it right open for you. If I don't, I'll have it for you in the body paragraph one, okay? So I'm not seeing it, not seeing it. I'll just have to look because I can't find it and that makes me so sad. This is all I'm doing. I'm going to go through this and then I'm done. And then I will go through one more time. All right, I'll deal with it later. Okay, so let's not worry about that. Let's look at this again. So all you need to do for your introduction paragraph, you are going to have your attention grabber. So something that is interesting about the career you're choosing, use that as your first sentence. Your second sentence and third sentence will be some background information that the audience needs to kind of understand the issue and where you're going. And then you need a thesis statement. So this will be probably about 4 sentences, okay? 1 attention grabber, 2 context, 1 thesis. And if you have any questions, just ask. I'm here, okay? So this is what I'm asking for this, okay? All right.